we're back! I am Joe.
And I'm Kokoy.
Together we are...
TITOS with ukuleles and electric ones.
Yeah, so right now...
That looks familiar, Joe.
Oh, it should. You loaned it to me and it's still with me. I'm gonna return it soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. Don't worry, because I have a backup one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So, this is a ukulele, an electric ukulele from VORSON. It's quite, good enough to buy two.
Yeah. So why did you buy two?
Okay. So this is let's start it off by saying that this is actually a good budget electric ukulele compared to those expensive ones. Okay, so the reason I have two is I was hoping to actually modify them. That's it. So this one, what can you tell me from your research? What is a VORSON?
Okay. This is a China-made electric ukulele. Depending on which part of the world you're from, it could be also sold as the Clearwater.
Yes, or other names we won't know because sometimes these distributors, they kind of change the names. But VORSON is a Chinese company, usually known to make lap steel, banjos, ukuleles, guitarleles. I don't believe they make the big ones, but they do make a lot of these solid body ones. So I'm pretty sure that most of their instruments are on the solid body electric type.
Yeah. You might want to consider this if you can't afford a solid body electric ukulele, let's say from like a Flight or a Fanner guitars.
Or sometimes a Kala, at least even the Kala has a string
I think
one.
Ohana also came up with one.
Yes, and so that means this is actually the cheapest little guitar that you can get.
Nothing against all those brands we mentioned. We're just saying this is cheaper.
But then this is a tenor size, so don't expect to play this like your standard electric mini guitar, which this is a very shorter scale.
So everyone's gonna ask me what wood was used to make this, and we don't know. We don't care.
Yes, well, probably it's kind of on the popular type of wood. These are the budget woods that you would find. However, they do have a veneer.
Yeah.
If you notice, it does have a flame maple veneer. So quilted maple veneer. Some models have, this is the Telecaster type. Single cut. Let's say single cut. Otherwise, you might get into trouble. So it's a single cut electric guitar type, vintage 70s style with a nice sunburst and white pick guard. So they're really trying to make you go reminisce about the old. But they put a body cut. There's a body cut over there. So it is a very nice, comfortable instrument to play versus those ones we've mentioned.
You know what? I just remembered. I think they use basswood for the body.
Possibly, yeah. So when you have a basic instrument, you can either use basswood or poplar. Sometimes you can even use anything from sycamore. Okumi is nice. Sometimes it can be more expensive. It's okumi.
Yeah. So it really tries to mimic an electric guitar.
Exactly.
Right down to the bolt-on neck.
Yes, and the two pickups. If you notice, there are only two pickups in here. So this is the model that is like the single cut from the other brand. They do have other models that are like the LP brand or the Gibson brand.
Yeah.
There are also other models that mimic other types of electric guitars. But this one is the one I chose because I do like the Telecaster.
So you would have your two knobs here, a selector switch for which pickup you want to use, the two pickups. This was modified already by Kokoy in a sense. He changed it from a high G to a low G.
Correct. This came factory with high G. But when you do convert your instrument to low G, you just have to either buy the low G set or, of course, if you, in this electric sense, it will be hard to find an electric guitar low G unless you're buying with the bigger brand strings. For this one, I just choose to keep the original strings and change the low G using electric guitar strings. Now, when you do so, make sure they're electric guitar strings because remember, these are magnetic pickups. And acoustic guitar strings won't, because of their usual material, they won't usually be picked up properly. So these are electric guitar strings.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I want to let them listen to a sound sample of this.
Yes, and since it's an electric, there's no point in bringing it for. I mean, yes, you won't hardly hear any acoustic from it. So,
So,
yes, we'll bring it up,
yeah.
and we'll be using.
What amp?
We'll be using the Big Nose, one of our favorite amps for crunchiness. All right, we'll be featuring this in another episode, but for this sound sample, we'll be using this Pig Nose. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, hit it.
Okay, we're back. And what can I say? Yep, it sounds great with the pig nose. Although I have some pet peeves about this.
Yes, can you tell me?
Well, okay. First of all, I hate the tuners.
What do you hate about the tuners?
Well, you know, these tuners, okay, so they're close gear type,
Okay.
right? Yeah. But when you tune it, it
Slips.
slips and it feels like you're using a friction type tuner. Like you do it this way, it goes way sharp. Loosen it, it goes way flat. It's very hard to just get your strings in tune.
Yes, actually, this is an electric or a steel string, and you would. A lot of people out there probably experience the same thing, that when you have tuners that are not in the high end level, it slips, right? When you're tuning up, then suddenly when you tune down, it's like whoa, way down, right? And it slips. So that can be a fault of the quality of the tuners. So again, a budget ukulele like this will have these closed tuners, and because they're closed, there's no way of tightening it in any way. That is one thing. So what other thing that you might have noticed?
Okay, for the A string, it's a little weak when you play it on its own. Like I've already adjusted the pickup to be this one to be as close as possible to the A string, but it's still weaker in volume compared to the other three. I watched a video of the same electric ukulele by someone else on YouTube, and they said that they have exactly the same issue. The volume on the A string is very weak.
That's a good observation. For those people, because we're a ukulele channel, you might not be familiar with how an electric guitar works. So just a brief recap is that the magnetic strings are actually of a special material made to be magnetically picked up properly, usually like nickel. So that means that if you do put other strings like something from an acoustic guitar set, that can also be an issue. It might not be picked up because if, let's say, they have a copper or something. So another issue is that you have adjustments on the pickup height. Okay, those are something that ukulele users don't usually hear about. In your case, because this is like something you're just experiencing, to adjust for pickup sounds, because there are 4 strings, an electric guitar can adjust the height whether on the bass side or the treble side by screws. On these two, you have only 2 screws, of course, bringing up or down, making the middle kind of hard to manage. However, you only really need to manage either bass or treble. In this case, I feel you that the treble is a little bit weak. One of the faults, actually, when you move it up to, let's say, the front pickup or the bridge pickup, or the neck pickup, sorry, it actually is a little bit louder. This is because when you are on a higher treble, it's really fine, and even that small little minute difference does make it a little weaker rather than a bass. But yes, these pickups are budget pickups. Unfortunately, they're also small size. So the only way you can replace them is to look for a supplier for a cigar box instrument, because these pickups are like small little babies.
Yeah, given the price of this,
This is
really have to,
$150, roughly,
think
about that.
long and hard how much you would spend to upgrade it. You might spend more on the upgrade than the actual cost of this.
Yes, but again, this basswood, or popular, whichever, maybe in some models they would have different wood, is relatively the same as the ones being used by the expensive ones. So I would say, as a builder, the reason why I got two of them is that it's a good mod platform. The only thing I would change, well, one of the few things, except aside from the pickup, is that the saddles on this one, these metal saddles, are on the sharp side. Yeah, you would like to change it to the barrel. To also add to the more classic vintage look, you have to change the saddles. Otherwise, you'd be really scratching yourself too much.
Is this a standard size one from an electric guitar?
No, this is actually particularly designed for 4-string instruments. You can also find replacements, which means there's this string spacing. You can also find similar spacing for those cigar box instruments. So this is really 4-string instruments. So basically, whoever designed this just thought about using materials that they can easily pick up from other suppliers, so that when they slap it into this instrument, it also be economic. They did not specifically design, I feel, they did not specifically design parts to make this one. They just bought it from suppliers.
They rated the parts bin.
Yeah, they rated the parts bin. But that's also pretty good. It is a bolt-on neck, which means you can easily adjust or replace. You can change the tuners again. I feel there are standard.
Did
you
we
can
check
change
if
it.
this has a truss rod or no?
There is a truss rod. You can see from the neck that there's access on the truss rod. So yes, you can easily adjust. But I actually did some adjustments for this one. Right now, the action is pretty okay.
Yeah. It's the action is it normal for electric guitars to have such a low action? Like,
now this is considered low, but because your frets are small, it actually is okay. Usually you have a marker or a ruler that you can measure. So this is considered low. I did this so that when I lent it to you, you can easily play it, because I know you're coming from nylon. So yes, people who are coming from nylon, this is a stretch.
When we were doing the sound sample, Koke was laughing, like, it sounds flat or sharp jaw, and like, it's just
you are pressing too much.
Yeah, coming from nylon, like, you gotta get used to how much these steel strings bend.
Well, the nice thing, because I did lower the action.
Is it still just metal strings?
Steel strings, yeah.
Steel strings.
That's what you call them.
Okay.
Unless you're playing heavy metal, but yeah, they're still steel strings. So that's overall goodness. In some models or in some brands, these electric guitars might have humbuckers, which makes it sound better, doubles the price or triples the price. But if you want to start off with an electric instrument, this would be a good way, and match it up with an electric amplifier like the pig nose.
Yeah. One thing I've been using this for is at night. Sometimes I like to play and I don't want to disturb my wife, so I just play it as is, unplugged.
Yeah.
It doubles as a silent ukulele. Or like I tried it once, I hooked it up to my effects box, similar to this. Coco and I have the same effects box. Mine is just a different
Yes,
one.
another effects box you can use for is the Sonic Cake Pocket Master.
Yeah, then I just attached plugged in my headphones, and it was great. Getting good sound.
Although the pig nose does have a headphone, it doesn't have a headphone jack. Not in the model that we have.
Yeah,
There are
but
others.
I don't want that on the bed in between me and my wife.
The big nose. Yeah. Yes, that's interesting. But surely, this is a good budget entry model for electric. And if you have any issues with the sound, it's actually easier to manipulate rather than a wood ukulele because these are parts that are easily replaceable. Imagine if you make a mistake adjusting the height of the saddle on a standard nylon ukulele, you have to change the saddle. In this case, this is adjustable. Tuning is adjustable, of course. Pickup height is also adjustable. You can't adjust a piezo for that matter. So yes, this is a good entry point, and a good platform to enhance, improve, and upgrade.
Now, guys, we like doing these videos, so we need your likes. We need your subs. Really keeps us going.
Yes, because we need more than just one. So yeah, catch up in our next episode and give us a thumbs up or thumbs down if you like it or not.